Hi, I'm Raquel from Fangirlish. I'm here with Laura and us and Rory O'Connell. Oh, Miley, sorry.
Okay.
The voice of um, Diana and Daniel in Chicago Party On. Hi, you two. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Very good.
I'm fine. Well, my first official question is for the both of you. As an actor, how did you approach this thing about live action versus voiceover?
I think that it's two really different things, and it's a lot of people think a lot of actors like to talk about cartoons animation is great because you can show up in your pajamas, and that is great. But I do think that it is a different kind of skill set in being able to try and communicate everything you need to only using your voice. You can't rely on your face or your movement or anything like that. So really kind of trying to learn how to use your voice, which may feel weird if you were doing it in normal conversation, for example, is kind of an interesting, different part of your brain almost as an actor, which is really fun. I mean, for me, I get very physical in the booth, so I move around a lot and talk with my hands a lot. And sometimes I'll ruin takes because I'll end up having hit something and I've ruined the sound because I'm talking like this as I go. But I love it. It's a totally different kind of ball game, but it's equally as fun for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's very different, but there's so many possibilities because you can do or be anything when it's just your voice and they animate it, so anytime I get to do voiceover, it's exciting because you're limitless.
Okay, well, the next question is for the both of you too. What was the most enjoyable thing about the experience for you two?
Oh, I think for me, it's playing a character that is super over the top and says a lot of crazy things, but who is also really has a real beautiful kind of emotional core and feels like a fully formed person. She isn't just, a character who says crazy things and that's it. She also has emotions, and she also is very loyal and loving and driven by, how much she loves her family, specifically, especially her nephew, Daniel. And so I think the thing that's been the most enjoyable for me is getting to create a character that feels so fun, but also relatable. And I'm excited for people to see the show and kind of come in for the comedy, but stay because they get invested in the characters and the kind of beautiful relationship, especially between Diane and Daniel.
Very good answer. Rory, your turn.
Yeah, my favorite part was reading the scripts. Every time I would get a new script, I would just be howling, laughing. We have such great writers, Chris Witowski, Katie Rich, and John Barinholtz, and so many more who love Chicago so much, and they are so funny. And I just love everything that they wrote. So getting to read those scripts and know what this, how great the show was going to be was such a treat.
Okay, well, this question is only for you, Rory. Do you think that having more LGBTQ representation in animated shows, not only shows for adults, if not for kids too, it's important?
I think it's important to have representation of everyone in life for everyone. And I love that, being gay, that they chose a gay actor to play a gay role. And it's really kind of just an afterthought. It's just another part of who Daniel is. And I've thought about it many times that, growing up and not having any, characters in real life or in animation that were gay, it would have meant so much to me to get to see a character like Daniel getting to learn how to be a person in the world who also happens to be gay. So I certainly hope there's more representation in all aspects.
Love that answer. Well, do you, for the both of you again, do you like to your characters in some point, or you identify with them?
Are we alike? Are we like the characters?
Yes.
Oh, I'm more like Diane than I want to admit. I'm not as extreme as she is, but I think that she is really a lady who likes to have a good time, and I'm definitely the same. She's someone who likes to spread joy and encourage people to have fun and have a good time, and that I would also say I'm that. And she also is a lady who perhaps likes to have a couple of adult beverages, which I have been known to indulge in. So yeah, I can see myself in her in some ways. I just think that she's a little more eccentric. She pushes the envelope a little further than I do. I'm I'm more of a rules follower than Diane is, but I think she's a great person. I think that she has a really great heart. I think that she just sometimes misses the mark,
Yeah, and I'm definitely like Daniel. I definitely was like Daniel. And I think he's actually really brave because he decides to take a year off and explore, who he wants to be. And I think that makes him pretty brave.
Okay, awesome answer too. Well, would you be in for a season 2, season 5, season 3, season 4, for more season?
Oh, I mean, listen, I would be happy to play this character as long as they'll let me. In fact, I'll campaign in Netflix's lobby if I have to. Give us more. It's so much fun. As an actor, you're always happy to be working, but when you get to do a job that you really creatively align with, that you really like, that you feel proud of, that's a really special thing. And I think that it's not just a job, then it feels like you're kind of living the dream. You're getting paid to do something that feels creatively fulfilling and feels like it aligns with what you want to put out into the world. And that's a huge gift. So I would absolutely do the show as long as they'll let us do the show. So fingers crossed.
Hear, hear. Yes, I agree.
Okay. Well, next question is, do you think there is a history, history in particular that you like the most, like you are very, very proud of doing this thing in this show?
Rory, do you want to go?
No, you go.
I think something that, I'm proud to be a part of something that feels like, I'm proud to be a part of something that's portraying a female character who is over the age of 40 as the lead role. That's not something that we actually see very often, and certainly not in animation. So it feels odd that would be, something groundbreaking, but I do think it kind of is. So that's something that feels a little historical, that feels like a pretty cool thing. And as Rory kind of alluded to before as well, I also am really proud to be a part of something that is representative of the world, that is showing a realistic cross section of the world. Quite often in film and TV in the past, we don't really see representation of the true kind of different people that you would see in Chicago, for example. And so I think it's really nice to be a part of something that embraces that and isn't making it feel like it's, a very special show. It's just, this is what the world is. This is what this looks like. And we're going to show you a slice of that life. So I think that it's odd that some things that seem so simple could be so impactful and so historical, but I think they really are. And I think that's a really cool thing to be a part of, which is awesome.
Okay. Something
I agree. I agree completely. I think that it's an amazing thing to be a part of a show that has such a strong female lead who's hilarious and unapologetically funny, and to also be playing a gay character that is also unapologetically himself. So I'm proud to be a part of this show for sure.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. It was really a pleasure. And Lauren, love you in Superstore. Love that so. And thank you for Dinah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I love her too.
Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.